Right, so when you got together and you brought all your tracks and everybody brought sort of songs, I mean, Ian was saying he brought some Nick Cave and some Micah P. Hinson, who's somebody who I absolutely love. So I'm going to play Micah P. Hinson later on in the show. But what did the rest of you bring? How did this sound come about? Because it's sort of familiar in the sense that there's bits of Waterboys and bits of Beirut and stuff in there. Yeah. But I can't think of anybody to directly compare you to exactly.
There's loads of different things. I particularly, at the time where Ian was, maybe listening to Cave, I think he introduced me. You and Ian introduced me, didn't you, Jamie, to Cave, really? And I started listening to the Dirty Three, which is War Analysis side project, obviously. So it altered my style of playing violin, and it was a kind of direct influence. And one of his idols is this Czech violin player, who I started listening to as well, and it kind of took off from there. Like our music just kind of influenced how we started playing. Arna, you were listening to.
Yeah, I brought in some German music. I think kind of just to
the Hasselhoff.
To get kind of away from that kind of.
So Czech violin meets David Hasselhoff.
No, I actually played a track from Kante. Probably nobody knows over here. It's a great band from Hamburg, and they have all sorts of instruments. I think for one of the records they actually use an orchestra to do it.
Well, excellent. So if you email me an MP3 of that, we can put that track on next.
Yeah,
Does that
sure.
sound reasonable?
Yeah, that sounds
so if you send me an MP3, because this is a podcast, of course, we're recording this live, but I get to go away and fanny about with it later on. So what's the name of the song again, sorry?
The name of the song?
Yeah.
I don't remember which one I brought with me, actually.
We'll figure that out later on, anyway. Are you finding it a bit weird? Because you're getting bigger and people are taking more notice. You're on the verge of great things, but then suddenly you are inevitably they'll be sniping. I mean, that just is part and parcel.
Yeah. I find it really difficult to deal with, just because the guys keep telling me not to look at these things. And
I don't pay attention to them personally.
It's
only it can only do a bad thing. If Jamie hears a bad review or a bad comment about his vocal or his voice or something, then what's he going to do? Start singing a completely different way because someone out there doesn't like it? It's just, you know, he's going to always think about it, and it's just a waste of time to read any of these.
I guess the internet has had this brilliant thing that's just like you'd never change it for the world, but you know, it's just like everybody feels now that which is weird coming on the sort of the blogging side of things. Obviously, I mean, I enjoy reading yours and a number of other blogs, but the concept that everybody feels that it's absolute, well, obviously absolute right to air their opinion whether or not, but to never feel they have to justify it at all.
Yeah.
Certainly the Drowned in Sound thing is a bit of a funny one because like they've been so good to us, but people write things on there and then I guess it sounds like sarcasm, but you can feel that you can never actually pull them up on it because all of a sudden you're the twat for doing it, you know. It's just like, but I don't know, you're kind of keen to, you always wonder what kind of angle people are coming from when they say it, because it you know,
because I wonder a bit about this, because when I write, I have a policy that if nobody's heard of a group, I won't slag them off, because I just don't think that's fair. But I sort of, at some point there's a line, and I don't, it's a hazy line, I don't exactly know where it is, but there's a line at which I think, okay, you're now fair game, because you're famous enough that you don't have to give a shit what I think.
Yeah.
But you still forget that, you know, no matter how famous, it's still somebody's mum might read it or something like that, and I'm there laying into a group.
I've always had this view, especially when you know it's a couple of, well, I mean, it's besides a couple, you know, a couple of sort of regular names come on, slag you off, and it's like, dude, I don't come along to your work and stand outside it and say how shite you are at it. You know, it's like, which is exactly the same thing.
We could do a show like sponsored musicians getting their revenge. We just stand over somebody's shoulder at their desk.
A fucking chip shop at work or something, and just go, you're a dick. You know, it's.
Now you're going out on the water and cast your nets to the cold ocean breeze, and maybe you'll find the love that was waiting for me. Now you're going out past the lighthouse, caught on the swell of the tide's restless charm. And maybe you're carried in the grace of my love's open arm. Did you ask her to come? Did you ask her to come? Did you ask her to come? Did you ask her